I made a statement that if you are already a hardworking person, then you can build your business, right? So, and I made a statement that business requires hard work, it requires diligence. If you are not a hardworking person, then don't start a business, right? Most people, they want to hire people because they are hiding their laziness, right? If you know that you don't have that in you, then don't start a business, because business will expose you. Hey, how's it, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tim Shows, guys. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification button. Thank you so much, guys, for your wonderful comments. Guys, please make sure that you show this video to as many people as you can. Remember, guys, I told you in my previous video that I'm creating content for small business owners or for people who want to start businesses, right? We are living in times where we gotta take, the future of our lives from other people's hands, right? We can create our own future, but we gotta remember who we are, right? In my previous video, I told you that there are three things that you need to build a business from scratch with zero capital. First, you gotta remember who you are. So you are a creator. You have been made in the image of God. God is a creator. So you are also a creator, right? Creativity is who you are. It's not something that you learn, but you can go and prune it, right? I mean, there are many things that we do today to show that we are being creative, right? We have platforms like Canva, where we create posts. I've worked in a digital marketing space. I've been creating social media strategies, email marketing campaigns. I've been creating content. So if you want to get all that information, go and click the link below. It's there in my website. The industry of digital marketing is actually the industry of creativity, right? Most industries that are coming up now are industries of creativity, right? And what is nicer with these industries is that you can work there without you having a degree, right? You can actually build your certificate portfolio, right? And I mean, also, you can do internships so that you can get credibility, and then put that in your CV and then apply for jobs, right? Let me tell you something. Creativity is the only way for us, to create a better future. Companies are looking for creative people. That's what they are looking for, right? So you can use creativity to land a good job, or you can use creativity to start your business, right? So make sure that you tap into that, right? Make sure that you use creativity in everything. For you to stand out, you need to be creative. You gotta have a creative CV. You gotta have creative that, creative this, right? So we are living in times where you are demanded to be creative, and it is already in you. So don't be lazy. If you wanna do something, go on YouTube, learn it, and then apply it in your business, right? So in this video, I just wanna show you a pattern, right? I wanna show you a pattern that God used, right, to rebuild earth. So when you read verse number 1, we are seeing a complete picture. God created earth, right? And then verse number 2, we are seeing the earth that was disrupted, right? So theologians, they say there is a huge gap of years between verse number 1 and verse number 2. So from verse number 3 down, it is the process of rebuilding, right? So God was rebuilding. So what we read actually was God rebuilding earth, right? So I'm not going to get into that. Whether they are right or whether they are wrong, it doesn't matter. The only thing that we need is principles, right? So I want to show you something, and if you can apply this to your business, I am telling you, you're going to create a successful business, right? I want to show you something. Right? And if you can follow this pattern, I'm telling you, it's going to work wonders in your business, right? So when you read, we see that God was working alone from day 1 up until day 5, right? Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5, right? Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, right? So if you read chapter number 1, God was working alone, right? I want you to understand this. He was working pointers. Okay, I'm just going to say pointers, right? He was working alone. Isn't it crazy? When you are starting a business, in the first couple of days, I'm gonna give you an honest truth. You will be by yourself. Because when you are starting your business, in most cases, you cannot afford to pay people. Yes, you can hire them if there's somebody maybe who is giving you funding, or if you have some savings, right? You can hire people, but why you need to work alone when you're starting a business? It's because you are trying to figure things out, right? It is very challenging to hire people. On day 6, God hired people, right? Don't be quick to hire people. You see, on day 6, God hired people, but day 1 to day 5, he was working alone. Why? It's because he had to build this thing. Remember, you are the only person who is the carrier of this vision, right? So you gotta start. You gotta start building. So that's when you hire people, you hire them, and they see that there is something that has been built, right? Why? Because it is very dangerous to hire people in the beginning because they don't even see what you are trying to build. So it's always best to start small if you can, so that you can work alone. The problem of most entrepreneurs, they are quick to hire in the early beginnings or in the early phase, right? You gotta be by yourself from day 1 to day 5. You gotta be by yourself from day 1 to day 5. Why? Because you are still trying to figure out this thing, right? And what is more nicer, if you check my previous video, if you have the Spirit of God, the Spirit of God will then guide you on what to do on day 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right? What I picked up with God, right? When you read Genesis chapter number 1, on day 1 he said, "Let there be light," right? So I'm not gonna be into deep in terms of like following the same pattern that he did. But on day 1, he said, "Okay, let there be light," right? So you're gonna read it by yourself. And then on day 2, he did something else, right? And then on day 3, he did something else. And then on day 4, he did something else, right? So for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna write A, B, C, D, right? So it's A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E. Right? So these symbols basically they represent what God did that day. Right? Now I want you to capture something here. God was waking up every day to do one thing. Right? On day number 1, he said, "Let there be light." And then that's it. Right? On day number 2, he did something else. On day number 3, he did something else. On day number 4, he did something else. On day number 5, he did something else. Right? So for sure you are watching this video and you are thinking what you need to do on day number 1. I don't know. But what I can tell you is that what you do today can be different what you are doing from what you will be doing tomorrow, right? And the day after tomorrow. But now there is a trick that I want you to capture. every time when God finished his day, he always finished his day with the statement. I'm going to write it down. It is good. It is good. Right? He was building different things every day. But when he finished his day, he would say, whatever I did today, it looks good. Right? It looks good. So I want to challenge you as you are starting your business, as you are building your business. Can you say to yourself when the day ends that whatever you built is good? I'm asking you a question. Can you say it is good? Right? The reason why I'm bringing this up, God was showing us that it's not advisable to build if what you are building is not good, will not have excellence, right? So when something is good, it means it is excellent, right? Right? And number two, it will serve its purpose, right? Because some of you, when you are looking at excellence, you are thinking being a perfectionist. No. You don't have to be a perfectionist, right? Whatever that you build, if it can serve its purpose, then it's good, right? So maybe as you are starting your business, your day one will look different than my day one. You see, it depends, right, how you are guided by the Spirit, or it depends how you are carved or pruned as a builder. You know, maybe to other people, day one will be building a website. I'm just making an example, right? And then day number two, it will be opening your social media pages, right? Day number three, maybe it will be, I don't know, maybe starting to create your products or whatever, right? But the picture here is that you gotta do something different from day one to day 5, right? And also, please remember these two things, right? Start small. Start small. What do I mean by that? Don't start by building something that is too big when you are building alone, right? And then number two, don't be quick to hire. Don't be quick to hire. The problem with most people, when you think of business, you are thinking of employees, right? You are thinking of hiring people. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. But now the problem, if you're going to hire people during this phase, you see, this phase to some people, it will not be 5 days. Maybe it will be like 3 months, right? But the picture that we are seeing here is that first, when you are starting your business, the pointer is that you will be working alone, right? You will be working alone. So maybe let me just make this point, right? And then number two is that don't be quick to hire. Isn't that crazy? Don't. It's a warning. Don't be quick to hire people, right? On day 1 to 5. There's a video I did which is called Revealing the Money Formula, where I was looking at time and effort, right, as ways of increasing your money. I made a statement that if you are already a hard-working person, then you can build your business, right? So, and I made a statement that business requires hard work. It requires diligence. If you are not a hard-working person, then don't start a business, right? Most people, they want to hire people because they are hiding their laziness, right? If you know that you don't have that in you, then don't start a business, because business will expose you, right? But if you wanna be up for the challenge, then keep on watching these videos. And if you don't know, or if you are clueless in terms of what to do on day 1 to day 5, I've created a coaching program called From Idea to Business. Go click the link below. It is available to everybody, guys. So go and get it. It is on my website, because to some people, maybe they really might need guidance in terms of what to do from day 1 to day 5. But from this video, you can take these principles and apply it to your business. Remember, you gotta do a different thing from day 1 to day 5, right? And then number 2, this is how you see that you are progressing. If you can say it is good, right? If you have built something and you can say it is good, then you are done for the day, right? The last point that I want to make: God created earth in 5 days, right? Because he wanted to teach us something, which is the third point. He wanted to teach us something that most people don't like. That thing is called patience, right? Business will teach you how to be patient. It's how it's designed. I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen overnight. Business is gonna teach you how to be patient. That's why then I love the word. Right? When you read Romans chapter 15, verse 4, it says, all the things that are written in the word, they are for our learning, so that through the patience of the scriptures, right? So it's very challenging to be patient, right? So as you are being patient, you also need to be comforted. You also need comfort, right? Because it's not easy to be patient. You also need encouragement. You also need to be motivated. And you can get that by reading the word or by listening to people who carry the same vision, right? The last point that I want to make: if you are building a business, make sure that you hang around with other entrepreneurs, right? One thing that we see, the word God, right, that we see, it's a word Elohim. So God was not by himself. It was God, God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. So God was not alone when he was building from day 1 to day 5. He had his Son, he had the ability. So he had 3 people. And all these 3 people were like-minded, right? The worst thing that you will do when you are starting a business is to hang around with people who are not minded as you, right? So God was not alone when he was building from day 1 to day 5. So we are seeing an image of 3 people in one, right? So make sure that you hang around with people who carry the same vision, right? So that they will be able to encourage you as you are moving from day 1 to day 5. Please don't hang around people who don't do what you are doing. They might do something different, but make sure that you hang around, with other entrepreneurs. Because day 1 to day 5, it is very important, because this is a time of setting a foundation. Here you are setting a foundation for your business, right? You are setting a foundation for your business. And sometimes setting a foundation is not nice. It's not easy. Sometimes it is time consuming. Sometimes it is stressful. But I'm telling you, if other people have done it, you can do it too. So guys, this is the pattern that you gotta follow to build your business. You gotta make sure that you go through your day 1 to day 5. Everybody must go through day 1 to day 5. So in the next video, I'm gonna show you what God did in day 6 and day 7. Guys, we gotta follow the pattern. It's there in Genesis chapter number 1. And what I love about this pattern is that it was before the fall, right? Which means this is a perfect pattern that you and I need to follow, right? Obviously, we will be encouraged along the journey, because it is not easy to do these principles. But I'm telling you, as you are watching this video, I'm sure you have been motivated to go build that business. Please hit the comments, tell me what you think, tell me how motivated you are, because I want to see you going back to rebuild that vision. You see, I know you have not been sleeping at night, because if you are babbling with an idea, sometimes it's very hard for you to sleep. So thank you so much guys for watching this video. I will see you in the next video.